couple things about real estate, about this real estate market. We all know it's a buyer's market, but right here in Central Texas, guess what? It's going from a buyer's market to a seller's market. They can't build them fast enough. They can't develop the the land fast enough. And part of the reason why is there's difficulty for developers to get financing to develop land. So what's going to happen is because we're here in Central Texas, we've got all these jobs that are available, and plus we have for the Fort Hood area, we have a military base that's not going anywhere. Now guess what? Do we think the world's going to get safer over the next 10 or 20 years? Do we think the world's going to get safer around the world? I mean, realistically, thank God we got Osama bin Laden, but they're still out there, and so we're going to be over the next several years. It's going to be a very, very interesting time. And the military here that protects our nation, all the divisions here, the military bases, those are not going to go away. We are in for whatever's going to happen in the near future. I don't think it's going to be a much safer place in the in the world. So I do think our military is going to be strong for the ongoing future. We are the protectors of the world, aren't we? So that means one thing. When people get transferred into Fort Hood, they're going to have a place to stay. They're either going to buy or they're going to rent, okay? And my encouragement is that they buy so that they can get in, because I talked to D.R. Horton's sales manager here, and they said that they've sold 600 homes last year, and they really only had capacity to sell 500. And I'm saying, well, what's the difference? And he says because the military is starting to lower their base housing allowance of what they'll pay, or they don't pay the utilities anymore. So people are saying, hey, we could go and buy a house, have the military, our housing allowance pay for that, and it's tax deductible. So there's all these good reasons, and so they can't build them fast enough. So that's a supply and demand problem, right? Well, also, what has happened to the price of gas? And do we think the price of gas is really going to go down? I mean, I just filled up my tank. It was almost $4 a gallon. And what that means is everything having to do with the building of a house has, guess what? Something having to do with gas involved, right? The trucks that bring the lumber have got gas, so their gas prices are going up. The people that bring the drywall, the plumbers, everybody that's involved in the building. In fact, a lot of the construction materials are made out of petroleum type products. So with the value of gas going up and the supply going down of available homes and available lots, what do you think is going to happen to the value of real estate, especially in this area? It's going to go up. What happened was, like we said earlier, is that it got overinflated in other parts of the nation, but it didn't get overinflated here. That's the other thing you realize, is that we had a bubble that burst on the coast. It went 2 years longer than it should have because of the free money that was out there that they were loaning out. It went 2 years too long. Well, that's not what's happening now.